Well, I just want to share a few thoughts that I have with you. You know, first of all, I really appreciate your honesty and your willingness to talk about something that I think is not easy often to talk about. We don't tend to have very honest dialogues about this, usually in our society. Race is something really hard to talk about. And I imagine that the experiences that you've had make it complicated. But, I know that that's true for all of us around this issue. So, but I think the fact that you are trying to figure this out and, really talking about how you both want to be open to thinking and feeling differently, but at the same time, really recognizing what it is that you do feel. Like you said, to maybe think about, maybe I do care about the acceptance, piece of this. Even being able to say that and talk about it, I think is a really important thing. And I think the more that you are able to talk about it, the more it'll help you work through it. And I would recommend that you continue talking to someone. And it may be that there are moments with the person that you're working with, the therapist that you're working with, will involve conversations about how you might be and the therapist might be either racially or culturally similar or different from you, from each other, and what that might feel like. I know I raised that question today as really as a way to just begin thinking about what it might feel like to have a personal conversation with someone who is a person of color that you feel on one hand is perfectly fine because this is part of your everyday life, as you said, and on the other hand, it seems a little disconnected from some other feelings that you've had and that you've grown up with. So talking about it in the context of the relationship with a therapist might also be a helpful thing for you in the future. But that takes time, to develop that feeling that you want to talk about it, that you're able to talk about it. But and it sounds very much like you want to have a really positive relationship with your son, that you want to create a very different kind of connection both now and in the future with him and whoever's in his life, right, including his spouse and children and whoever may come.